The LG Optimus Zone 3 was released early this year in 2016. It's a budget phone, it's pretty good, and let's get in the video. Looking at the specs of the phone, you can find 1.5GB of RAM, a 1.1 GHz Snapdragon 210 processor, a 2MP front-facing camera, and a 5MP back-facing camera with flash. The speaker is on the back, and the screen resolution is 480 by 854. The screen is 4.5 inches, and it's nothing too impressive. So first off, I want to talk about the build quality of this phone. This is obviously a budget phone, so you can expect to be all plastic. The buttons, they feel fine. I mean, I don't really know. I use an iPhone 6s as my main phone. It's just a nice phone to use, and it wasn't that bad of a feel. It feels like a Samsung Galaxy S7 or S6 in some respect. Now, obviously, this isn't glass like I said before, it is plastic, but you have to keep in mind that the back is kind of curved, and it feels good to hold it in your hand. It's nothing uncomfortable. And I actually enjoyed the way it looks, like the little earpiece to listen to calls. It just looks fantastic right there sitting on the top, or the bottom chin. It just looks really, really good. And the back, like I said, it looks like a Galaxy. The camera, the square, flash is also a square, kind of like the Galaxy in some respect. Conspiracy theory? I don't know, but it looks like it to me. The screen is nothing to boast about. It's 4.5 inches, it's pretty average, but the resolution is 480 by 854 and the pixels per inch is 218. Never really understood what a bad viewing angle was or were until I laid down in my bed and I noticed how bad the screen looked when I tilted the phone or moved my head. The colors aren't very accurate and it's just bad. Really, really bad. The battery on this boy is removable, so if you want to swap out that battery for like $5, you can. It is possible. It's 1900 milliamp hours and it will last you a long time, like the average day, maybe a day and a half if you try hard enough. It does last longer than an iPhone 6s through my extensive testing, which I actually did. Trust me, I did it. And it's the 6s, I mean, it's an iPhone. Of course it lasts longer. The speaker on this phone doesn't get that loud, and moreover, it's on the back side of the phone. LG has done this in the past with the LG G3 and the G4, both with the speaker on the back right side of the phone. Horrible placement. Your hand always covers it up when you're watching a video or just texting someone and you want to listen to music at the same time. It's really inconvenient, but it's not that big of a deal. If you're looking for good quality photos, I hope that was a joke to you, because you won't be finding any of that here. Both the cameras on this phone pretty much suck. I like this phone for what it is, but the cameras are just a no-no. Don't ever use them, they're really bad. I'll show you some footage right now, but I just wouldn't recommend any of you guys touching the camera. It's nothing to use or to like just show off. It sucks. I'm sorry. I have to say it. It sucks. The Zone 3 is advertised as 8GB, but in reality it only has 4GB of storage. Although you can expand it to 32GB with a micro SD card, that is max, it can only take you so far because you can't use it as your main storage because it's not running Android 6.0 or higher. This phone is running Android 5.1.1, aka Android Lollipop. This phone doesn't have the latest firmware obviously, but if you're like me and don't care about the firmware version, just as long as it looks good and clean, you'll be fine. I like the modern look of the notification center and the buttons to navigate around the screen and the phone, so I don't really have a problem with the firmware version, but it would be nice to see Android 6. It won't update anytime soon since it's a Verizon phone, and that's pretty much expected. Like in my experience, I waited a year and a half just to get Android 5 from Android 4, which sucks, but you can manage it unless they don't update it to look totally different. So the LG Optimus Zone 3 really isn't the best phone out there, which is pretty much expected, but it does get the job done. Like I mentioned before, in day-to-day use, I found this phone actually really pleasant to use. I like the way it feels in my hand, and it just flows perfectly for what it is, $60. So I would actually recommend you guys just go and get it, because it's a cheap phone, it's good. There might be better budget options out there, but for now, this is the best one for $60 that I know of. Thank you for watching, and just have a good day.